guys, welcome back to the channel. This is going to be part 2 of the plastic pearl, and in this video we're going to figure out some steering for it, because this will have a functional steering wheel, and we're going to figure out the transom. And this has 2 holes there that I think we're going to utilize. So let me get some tools together, and I think we're going to start on the steering, because I really want to get the steering wheel on here. So let me brainstorm and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so first things first, we're going to get started on the steering. And just looking around my garage, I found this nice little piece of galvanized steel. It's got a nice little bend to it, but I think we're going to take advantage of that. So we're going to take this, we're going to clean it up, we're going to weld it on right here, and we're going to take advantage of this bend, and we're going to decide how high we want the steering wheel to go. So let me get this cleaned. I'll get this welded on here. Probably going to have to brace it somehow, but I'm not going to do that yet, because I have to see where the steering wheel ends up. So let me figure this out. Okay, change of plans. If I weld that on there, I'm going to screw myself later. So I think I'm going to figure out the height first. So if you saw in the last video, I got this steering wheel, or ship's wheel, and I got this ship's wheel, and I think we're going to be going with the smaller one. So I'm going to mark my height where I think I'm going to be. Now roughly I'm going to be sitting about this high. I just grabbed a little seat out of the waterbed, and I'm thinking maybe somewhere around here I'm going to end up. So I'm going to mark this and cut this, and then I got to figure out how I'm going to mount this, because this should be fun. So let me get this done. I'm going to get this cut, I'm going to get it welded, and then we're going to go from there. Okay, this is what I'm thinking. You can see I kind of notched this all out. The reason I notched that all out is I found this nice 15mm socket. Now this socket fits pretty much perfectly in there. We don't want it too tight. We're going to pack it with grease. And if I put that socket there, then I got a steering shaft. But it gets better. Here I have an adapter. So if I put the steering wheel on, I have a quick release. So yeah, I think that's gonna work. Now I'm probably gonna have to laterally brace this somehow, but we're gonna cross that bridge later. In the meantime, we're gonna get this on here. All right, slight change of plans. As you can see, I drilled out a washer. Started like that, ended like that. And the reason being is, I'm gonna go through, I'm gonna put that there, then this will go on here like that, and that'll click into there. So I think I'm going to get the steering wheel, I'm going to get this on here, and I'm going to tack the back of this washer, and then you'll understand. I think it'll just flow better. Couple little tacks on the back, and we're good to go. So let me get this in the boat. Oh, I think that's the angle we want. She is tacked up. Let's bring her home. Oh, I'm not gonna lie, she looks pretty good. Now I'm not touching that little gap up there because I don't want to screw up the face of the washer, but we had a Gaposaurus Rex in the back that we took care of. So let's try the steering wheel on this. So when I'm in the boat, steering wheel will go on like that. See, that's pretty much flush. Got your washer, you got your reducer, boom. Now we're only going to be turning this like that far, but yeah, that's going to play, man. That's going to play. I'm not going to lie, I'm pretty proud of this. And if you want it off, just pull the socket out, washer falls, and bang. I mean, shit, we can even change steering wheels. Yeah, good times. So I think I'm gonna go through, I'm gonna have to run some sort of a brace from here to here on both sides, but that's no big deal. I'll figure that out. So yeah, we're calling the steering done for now. I'm gonna have to show you exactly how we're gonna make this functional, but that'll be a little later on. I think I found my lateral brace. And if I didn't know any better, I'd say this piece of metal at one time was meant for the van, being that it's yellow. So let me get this in place. This should go quick. Okay, we are done in the front. So now we're going to shift around and we got to figure out how we're going to do the back. Now, I'm going to be using the holes that are in here. And yeah, we're running out of metal. So I'm going to brainstorm a little bit. And also the way this goes in, I'm going to have to make it detachable at some point. So let me think and come up with a game plan. All right, I have a game plan. So what I'm going to do is I have two of these longer pieces of metal. I'm going to cut them around right here. One on each side, and then I'm going to connect them right in the middle. I'll weld them in down there, and I'll make this T, and then I think you'll see where I'm going. Right, so that is exactly what we were going for. Now, if you noticed, I just have it tacked. We're not bringing this home yet, but it's very important that we're able to take this whole frame out of here. Mostly just for when we go to assemble it. So now I'm going to be going out the back, and I found this 4-foot piece of gas pipe, and I think it's going to be perfect. I think I was going to use this as part of the traction bar setup for my 55, but we don't need it anymore. So I'm going to get some pieces cut, and I'll show you how we're going to make this connectable. And then we're going to be working on the back, because I think these pieces are going to work out awesome for us. Here's my game plan. Got my 2 pieces cut, equal length. I'm going to weld some nuts right inside there. And then when this is going to go through the hole here. And I'll just drill a hole there, and bang! Connected. Then we'll worry about back here, and back here is going to be easy. You missed it. I caught on fire again. All right, so as you can see here, going through the holes, we just used a bolt right here. Just went right through it. Just drilled a pilot hole. Just kind of eyeballed it up. Took it for a ride on a Christmas tree, and now we're coming out the back. So now we're going to make this adjustable. Let's check out our metal. Oh man, this is gonna be close. Let's see how this works. This might just work out. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't even have to cut. We're just welding this straight in place. Is the other one that? Oh my god. So, I'm not gonna lie, some people have accused me of getting lucky in the past, but yeah, this is lucky. Alright, we got this tacked in. So I want the top and the bottom to be the same distance, so if I just put this up here and mark this, well, when I put it down the bottom, it should equal out. So let me do that. Now we have our jack plate in here. And we can always, you know, add wood to this for wherever the motor's going to sit. So the next thing we're going to do is it's going to hold something to put it in. That way we can slide this in and out. So I'm just going to weld these into place, and then there's going to be one more thing to do. Well, the last little bit of fab work are going to be these 2 18-inch pieces. And these are going to get screwed down to the plywood underneath there in the back. And they're going to go in, basically, I'll just slide it in here and show you. They're going to go in just like that, and then a nut and bolt in there, and that will keep this from moving back and forth, because I obviously don't trust it just hanging from up here. So then I think it'll be nice and solid. Worst case scenario, when I set the motor on here, I might have to put like some clips up here if I have to add wood, but that's not a big deal at all. If I do have to do that, I'm not even going to record it. So you can see as this sits, this wood, you know, it'll slide right out. It'll slide right in and it won't go anywhere. Guys, welcome back to We Fucked Up Again Garage, where not only did I fuck up once, but I fucked up twice. Now, first fuck up, as you can see, we can't tilt this motor much. Yeah, that's not great. So that tells me that these are just too short. So, gotta extend out longer. Second fuck up is, now I know nothing about boats, I asked my buddy, hey, you know, how far into the water should this prop be? And I was told the cavitation plate should be about even with the bottom of the boat. So yeah, that looks pretty good. However, I'm adding 4 inches, well actually 4.5 inches to the bottom of this. So not only does it have to come out, but it's got to go down. So let me bust out the cutting wheel and I'll show you how we're going to fix this. And we do not have a lot of metal left. So I'm probably going to cut this here, drop it down, and then come out like, I don't know, 8 inches or so. I'll do some mathematical measurements and shit like that, and we'll figure it out.
You know, I was going to algebra and like math and shit.
So here's where we're at. This is 6 inches. I need 10 in order for the motor to tilt. This is what I got. And we have 18. Just under 18. However, I cut this in half. It's going to give me 2 9-inch pieces. While that is not quite enough, I am going to be adding 1 inch going this way. So we're going to go down here and we're going to come out. So what's 9 plus 1? You got it. All right, let's get this cut. All right, so the best way to connect these 2 pieces would be probably fire up my drill press, get a 1-inch bit, kind of, you know, cut it circular, and then bust out the TIG welder. But we don't have any of those 3 things. All we got is a MIG and a prayer, so we're just going to fill this bitch up. Ironically, if you just hit the end with the angle grinder, it gets you pretty damn close. So yeah, I want to be doing that. All right, now that's what I'm talking about. That should work. So you can see I went through, I cut these off of here. I just cleaned them up. I think we're gonna do, I think we're gonna brace her up. Why not? We got metal. So yeah, let me tack this in. So right now she's just tacked. I'm going to disassemble it and then fully weld it. But, yeah, I should probably find something for here, too. I think I have a little bit more of this. We'll see. We'll figure it out. Now, we are in really good shape. See, we can always cut this wood down, or we can add more onto it. And, we'll get our height perfect, you know, once we get it in the water and see where it sits. And also, if I tilt it a little bit, I just clear that, and we can put the motor up, somewhat. So, yeah, I measured that perfectly. It totally wasn't luck. Or was it? Ooh. Looking good. All right, now I'm going to take this off, fully weld it, paint it, and get it back on. I just realized, if you didn't watch the last video, the way I designed the bulkhead here is I welded nuts into these bars, and these just come right off. And I did it so that there's a little gap actually, and everything pinches together. So basically, you just take those 2 7/16 bolts out, and this whole piece slides out. So now we'll finish weld it.